Libras, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for December's reading. I have shuffled this deck very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So Libras, if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. Let's find out what you can expect coming up in your lives. Any advice from the universe is always appreciated for our Libras. There you are. It's a Justice card for Libras. What do you need to know? What is coming in? Okay. So this is a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone. You can take from the reading what you will. Or you can check your moon sign if it doesn't resonate, which you can find online, and or get a private reading from somebody that you trust. I put these cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. And all cards are male or female. So we almost have all the cards we need for the second part of the reading. So the overall energy here is the Knight of Pentacles. The slowest, most tediously moving energy in the whole deck. So it looks like that horse is just standing there gazing out over the horizon. But there is one foot barely in front of the other, and it is bringing a pentacle. So when is it going to get here? Is it ever going to get here? Let's keep reading. This is what we're talking about in this reading, is a slowness for the security and stability, a commitment, or groundedness, just waiting to come in. Well, you're waiting for that to come in. I have the Fool up here in your highest energy. So the Fool, this is fun. This is like throwing caution to the wind, living in the moment. You know, living day by day. It's very carefree. But with the energy of the Fool, it never lasts. So as you see, this figure is coming to the edge of the cliff with their little dog too, which is happily enjoying this energy of the Fool. But when you come to the edge of the cliff here, it's decision-making time. You start to look towards your future and what's in front of you. So I think what I see here is that you might, I got to keep reading, but these are the two strongest energies in the whole reading. But it feels like you've been living in the energy of the Fool, and you've been trying not to worry about this commitment. You've been trying not to worry about, you know, getting into a long-term relationship and just kind of living freely, you know, every day. You're coming to the end of that. Right next to the Fool is the Star. This is the card for Aquarius. So Aquarius might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But the energy right next to the Fool too, up on your highest energy line, this is healing. This is deep, spiritual healing. Yeah, I feel like this Fool's energy is a part of your healing process from something that may have happened before. This is seeing your own reflection in that pool of water and remembering that bare essence of who you are, what you want, what you don't want from life. It's a very, very strong and spiritual healing card. It's right above our overall energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you're coming out of the energy of the Fool. The Fool's energy is probably part of your healing process, and you're coming out of it. I have the King of Cups next to the Star. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the King of Cups here, this is about having a huge cup of love. All the kings and queens are very mature thinking. And you have this huge cup of love. Look at it. But you're holding it close to you. And that's what you were doing in the Fool's energy. That's what you were doing while you were healing. I feel like that there was a relationship that did not come to fruition for you. and you just kind of decided to just have fun to the extreme, okay? But at the same time, you still have that cup of love that you can offer someone. I have the Ace of Pentacles under the Fool next to the Knight of Pentacles. Here's the pentacle that you were wanting as an offer. I think you're starting to focus back on a grounded and secure relationship in moving forward. It's next to the Knight of Pentacles. You're starting to wonder about having that committed and long-term relationship again, once again. I don't know who it's with or anything yet. Let me just keep reading. I have the Three of Wands next to the Knight of Pentacles and under the King of Cups. Well, there you are. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and you're looking out over the horizon. There's 3 ships out there. And so what you're doing is you're waiting for your ship to come in. And you're like, is my ship out there? Is it ever going to come in? Are they bringing a pentacle? Because that's really what you want in order to hand out that huge cup of love that you've been hanging on to. Yet, you know, you have been having fun. Don't get me wrong. You have been enjoying your life, but you're getting a little more serious now about your future. I have the Knight of Swords here. This is taking action. This is right under the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, you're ready to make a change. You're ready to make a move. You're searching for that truth and that clarity that's out there. And, you know, it's about the commitment. Now you're starting to kind of evaluate the situation, starting to take a look at yourself and what your future has for you. And whoever comes before you, you're going to seek their truth and their clarity. I have the Nine of Wands next to the Knight of Swords and right under the Knight of Pentacles. So the Nine of Wands, yeah, you were really worn out about and felt beat up, dragged through the mud like, waiting for a grounded and stable relationship. But instead of just standing there and feeling worn out and beat up, you're taking action. And I think, you know, part of your action is your healing process up here. And then down here, it's like you're changing. You're coming out of that Fool's energy. And you have all this love that you want to share with somebody. And so, you know, you're deciding to pull yourself out of this, you know, idea of maybe that, you know, there is no grounded relationship for you, or it's never, your ship is never going to come in. Well, you're pulling yourself out of it, and you're starting to really look at these pentacles. I have the Eight of Pentacles next to the Nine of Wands and right under the Three of Wands. So this is like really focusing on your future, on building your pentacles, building your own security, your own stability, your own groundedness, and just kind of really taking a look like at yourself and at your pentacles. You know you can build a lot of your own pentacles. So you're starting to focus on you. You're coming out of the energy of the Fool. And you're starting to think about your future again. You're getting ready for love. You're ready for love again. So let's see what the second part of this reading has for us here. Well, I have the King and Queen of Cups now. In this reading, so there may be a soulmate coming in. I need one more card to complete this reading, please, for Libras. There it is. Okay. So I have the Six of Wands right next to the King of Cups. This is the card for success and love. See all those wands there in the background? These are people celebrating your success and love with someone else. This can be a card for engagement. So this is what you're thinking about. I knew this is what you're thinking about. And you're deciding that you want to, like, you know, change it up now. You're coming out, like I say, you're coming through your healing. You did it in your way. But now you're starting to think, okay, my ship. Is my ship out there? Because what you really want is 10 cups of love, sunshine and rainbows, union between two people. Look, there's children dancing. There's a lot of joy in this card, and a lot of love. And so this is right next to the card for success and love. I know you've been hurt over this before. That's, why you were healing up here, and probably why you just decided to, live your life in the energy of the Fool for a while. But the Three of Swords is a broken heart. There might have been a third party before. I don't see any other evidence of a third party, but whatever it was, it did break your heart. This rain are tears. So, yeah, you're coming out of that situation. You're coming out of that hurt, out of that pain. You're definitely healing from that. I have the Queen of Cups here under the Six of Wands and next to the Three of Wands. So there's the Queen of Cups. So this is water again, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in someone's chart here around this reading. But what you're doing is you're trying to peek in those little windows. That's all the way around that cup. There's a lid on it, and inside that cup are answers to love questions. So you have questions about love on your mind, and you are focused on love now. Just like I thought. You're coming out of the energy of the Fool, and you're starting to think about your future, and you want a grounded love situation. Well, with the King and the Queen both coming out in your reading, there could be a soulmate coming in. And if this soulmate is coming in, like it really feels like there is someone out there for you that you can hand your cup of love out to, it will be based on love. So it will be a loving relationship. Next to the Queen of Cups, and this is right next to that Three of Wands too, like I said before, waiting for your ship to come in. I feel like your ship will be coming in. My readings don't usually go past 6 months, so anything past that, it's not going to happen as far as I'm concerned in my readings. It could be happening any time, but I know you're coming out of this energy of the Fool even sooner, because my readings go in sort of like a timely sequence. And so we have the Queen of Wands next to the Queen of Cups, and this is under the Ten of Cups. So the Queen of Wands, this is fire. So Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius might be strong in someone's chart here around this reading. But the Queen of Wands is the most passionate card in the deck. You're a very passionate person. You really might have fire in your chart someplace. But you're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You have a sunflower. There's a cat. It's like wherever you put your love, you put your passions. And so when you're in, say, a relationship, you are in. So whoever you get involved with needs to be in all the way. Not halfway, not a toe in, a foot in. I mean, this is what you're looking for. You're very passionate. And you need and you want to be able to have a passionate relationship. I have the Six of Swords next to the Queen of Wands, right under the Three of Swords. So you are moving forward. You're moving away from those rocky waters because you're healing. And you're moving across that lake towards calmer, more peaceful waters. And it's because you're picking up these swords of truth and clarity. And the more swords of truth and clarity you pick up, the further you can get across that lake. It does take some work. You're pushing the boat with a pole. There's no motor, but you're doing it. And it takes a little bit of time, but you're doing it. I have your card right under the Queen of Cups and next to the Eight of Pentacles. The card for Libra, the Justice card. So this is like self-justice, the energy here. This is putting your sword up, which I already know you're doing. You're going to be seeking the truth. You're getting rebalanced. The Libras do not like to be out of balance at all, not in the least. And you're just kind of going forth. It's just like I said, self-justice. So it's like you realize who you are. You've healed to your bare bones. You got your sword up. You've got yourself rebalanced. And you're ready for a relationship. Next to the Justice cards, one of the things that you had to rebalance over. Now you're working on your own pentacles. So this part of getting rebalanced is not, depending on someone else to bring in pentacles. So you're also doing that at the same time. I have the Six of Pentacles on the other side of the Justice card. This is the throwing off of your balance. This is the breadcrumbing that comes with the Fool's energy. So, and it probably came with I think it came with the relationship that put you in the Fool's energy. I don't think you just live in the Fool's energy. I think something actually triggered you to go there. But this is breadcrumbing. This is almost like begging for attention. It throws your scales off balance. It's putting in, like I said, it's right under the Queen of Wands. When you're in a relationship, you're in all the way. They weren't. And it's just really a lopsided relationship is what it was. So yeah, you had to heal over it because there was love involved. You got your heart involved and it got broke. But next to the Six of Pentacles, under the Six of Swords is the Eight of Cups. And there you are. You're finally moving away from the love that you had for whoever it was that kind of stomped on this relationship or ignored it or neglected it. You're walking away from it, but you're walking towards that mountain. Look at that big old mountain there. And the cup, there's a cup missing. You've got it in your hand over here, and you're taking it with you. And you're walking toward that mountain, and that is where you're going. When you're crossing this lake, you're heading towards what you want. And this is what you want. I think there's a soulmate over there just waiting for you to reach them. So getting through your healing, doing everything that you need to do, staying balanced once you get yourself rebalanced. And I feel like you're in that right now, getting rebalanced. So I'm going to take out an angel card, and then I will take out a universe card for this reading for December for Libras. What else do they need to know? You can just take what you want from these cards, whatever resonates. And here we go. For Libras. Get my glasses on here. Alrighty. Where is your card in here, Libras? It's right there. This is the Five of Abundance. So I'm going to read it to you. Cute card. There are times when everyone needs a hand. Your angels want you to know that you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Accept the help of those around you. The situation you're experiencing is temporary. This may not be the right time to become self-employed, so be patient. Little tidbits of information there for you that could be helpful for any one of you. So let's take out a universe card too. I got these right here. These are always advice. Take it or leave it. These cards can be very helpful for some of you, so that's why I will pull them at the first of the month. Now coming January, I might change this up a bit, so I'm not sure what I'm thinking of doing yet. Okay. For Libras, for December, let's pull you out a universe card. It's card 57, if that means anything to you. I can learn to prioritize my intentions. So I'm going to read this card to you. It is important for you to identify which intentions you most want to fulfill, because as you prioritize, you give your singular attention to what is most important. And as you give your singular intention, by the law of attraction, you attract power unto that intention that is most important to you. That is the law of the universe. Keep focused on what you want, and that will help you obtain what you want. So Libras, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.